Soldier Field in Chicago. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Chicago Bears. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Throwing now is Mahomes. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Eddie Jackson picks it. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. An aggressive play call to start this game. It backfired, but aggressive, no question about that.
Is that one of those statement calls? Trying to let you know that they're going to be aggressive right out of the gate, but that one hung up just a little bit too long. He made a nice play on the ball defensively and was able to pick it off.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. Stopped short of the 25. The nice move couldn't ultimately free him. The tackle was by the Boston College product, Harold Landry.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a 1st down. A nice 1st down pickup on a gain of 6. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up. Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the 1st half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
3rd and long for Winston. Catch is made. It's Harmon. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down. On third down, Penny.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Yellow, R80, check 45, attack!
From midfield, here's Mahomes. Dancing to his left. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Wood. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Mecole Hardman, the intended target.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second and 9, Winston finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready, 125. Check, 43. Man, that's trash. That's trash.
They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
So now first and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 45-yard line. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Touchdown, Chicago! Tariq Cohen, his 17th touchdown now on the season as the Bears push further out in front.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
This one taken just inside the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive, and it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him, but whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
From the 36, Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Here's Mahomes to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way down inside the 25 before he gets out of bounds. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On the jet sweep, here comes Moore. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Hey, 57, 57.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 22-yard line.
My turn.
On 2nd down, here's Penny.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Mahomes going to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And it's caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Rashad Penny. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
He gets it halfway there with that run. I think you play up-tempo, get right back on the line of scrimmage, and hammer at him again.
Yellow. 180. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. 15. Watch the attack. Yellow.
They'll try to run this one in. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Wide. Get wide. Blue dot working.
Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. In Kansas City, touchdown. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is a defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
43. They're going to need some therapy after this.
On 1st and 10, Winston. It's complete to Williams. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. First down, a run with Cohen. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. Give him 4 yards on the play, and that will lead us into the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7, our score. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. To throw on 2nd and 6, Winston. This one into the hands of Burton. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Winston in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Running with Kamara. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. A give to Kamara running right. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. They're going to try for it on 4th. Winston stays out there.
Check tight. 59's Mike. 59's Mike. Check. 59. Gotta do better.
Winston to throw for it on 4th. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get into field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Hey, Wrigley. Kill.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now here's Mahomes. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. And And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. To throw, it's Mahomes. And an alley to run. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. This is taken near the 13. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago.
Ready?
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Kamara trying the right side. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Touchdown, Chicago. Alvin Kamara, his 4th touchdown on the year as the Bears push further out in front. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. That one good for 33 and a first. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Mahomes now to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll run with Penny. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down. Here's Dustin Hopkins now to try the field goal. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking...
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. 20, 10, touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, his second TD of the game and 18th of the year as the Bears push further out in front. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those two TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they've got to make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. Nico Hardman, the intended target. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. It's then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct.
Ready? Blue lady. Mike spoke well. Let him know, let him know. Wait.
On first down, Cohen. He's got the first down inside the 10, and he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Black 22. 44. I'm coming after you. Hey, stop.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Now from the 7, here's second and goal. Now they'll run it with Cohen. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Penny. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And they'll run it again with Penny. And he's got some space here. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. They go play action. Now Mahomes. He's going to look deep for more. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Mahomes. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. This is Penny. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs 1st down. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Penny. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. We'll check on his status when we get back. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. That goes for a Chiefs 1st down, 14 yards. Mahomes now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Forced out to his left. Looking for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Yellow. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Mahomes going to fire this out wide to Hill. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And that will shave one more off this lead. the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fairly short kick taken at the 14 here. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Looking to throw on second down. Winston. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
The Bears on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. On third down, a run with Cohen. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. 6 yards in the wrong direction that time. Not only that, but it brings up 4th. Here comes the Bears punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Check the backer, check the backer. Check 31, check it.
They begin the drive on the ground with Cohen. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge. Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Bears on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Winston. He's got his man. It's Williams. The 40. The 20. 10. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Mike Williams, his 6th touchdown of the season as the Bears push further out in front. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Winston now. And that will be incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
Now Winston on 4th down. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Now he's flushed out left. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 45. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Now that turnover might just about do it. Here, 4th quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Mike Williams with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year, as the Bears push further out in front. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 22. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Flush to his right. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. On first down, Mahomes. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Greedy Williams picks it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They run. This is Cohen. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Brings up third down.
On third down, Winston. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Kelvin Harmon, the man he was looking for. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Jameis to throw it. Got an open man, it's Harmon. A good pickup, 17 yards and a bare first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. To throw is Winston. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Cohen. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
This one taken just inside the 10. And some room to maneuver. There he goes, right side. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
And they will start out in great shape, up very close to midfield.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
They'll start with a give to Cohen. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. 14 yards in a Chicago first down. With that run, double check my math. Yes, he has hit 8,000 career rushing yards.
And that's fantastic. That means he's now approaching the top 50 all-time rushers in NFL history. That means he just sped past Terrell Davis, who's in the Hall of Fame. And now he's just got to go ahead and be strong and run hard.
There he goes, left side. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. And he's taken down inside the 30. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first, 18 yards that time. Penny, a first down carry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down. Now it's Penny running right. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me and our fan.
Oh, and it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And one of the whistles for timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Check curls, check curls. Check 13, check 13.
Here's Winston. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position.
Yellow. Yellow. Hey, left 3.
One final try for Mahomes. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some